To add tasks, what we would do is go to the very bottom. This is called our Hoilu toolbar. In the Hoilu toolbar, obviously we have a few different tools we can select from, but one of the options is right here. It's called tasks. So I can click on that as an option. I can just click it once and you can see that it's selected. To add a task, I can either drag and drop the task on the board, add the information, and that task would be added right here. I can also, when I'm selected on this, I can double click to a specific area, week, zone, right, and add the task. The last way, and I find most effective, is by double clicking on this option here, and it will actually open up the task asset panel. Now within the task asset panel, we do already have 3 tasks created as a reference. So what I would do is I would actually jump in here and I would start creating them by clicking the plus sign. So when you're creating tasks within the asset panel, you're putting them in this on deck area and they would exist here rather than just dragging and dropping them or double clicking to a specific day. So with this process, what I would do with creating my first task is I would select the specific role. Now this would be assigned if you had made that assignment for the contractor. But if I'm an admin, right, I have that option to just select anything and I can add my very first title. So we could say something like hang drywall. We can add a link. This would be anything web-based. We have a lot of teams that will add their Procore submittals, SharePoint documents, Google Drive documents, right? Any relevant information you want to throw in here. It does just allow one link at a time. So what we'll do is we'll add procore.com. Next, we have our description, so we can add any specific details. I always say you can add your materials, right? Any relevant information you want to add in this description field. It does give you a ton of room, so you can copy and paste from emails and add that specific information in here. Next, it gives you people, right? This is your crew size. Some call it manpower, right? So you have that option to add that information here. So I have 2 people. And now I have to decide either my dates or duration. Now, I always recommend, instead of when you're filling this out, you want to think about your duration, right? How many days will this task actually take? So we'll put 2 for now, and we'll not fill in the specific dates. Next, it does give me the option to toggle this on and off, right? Whether I skip weekends and holidays or not, right? If I had a task that started on a Friday, it was 2 days, right? And I have this toggled on, it would start Friday, skip over that weekend, and continue on Monday. So I do also recommend keeping this on. Same thing with holidays. So what I would do is click Save and Close, and you can see that that task has officially been added. So as a very next step, what we would do is we would take these tasks and be able to drag and drop them onto the board just like this, right? Now, typically you would work backwards, right? So from those specific milestones that we may have set, which we have not done yet, but if we had milestones in here, maybe there's a milestone that says final project completion, right? That may exist here. We would add those notes from that point, right? Working backwards and placing them in the specific weeks. Now, you can place your tasks very easily within each of these week columns, or you can actually open up the weeks just like this, and you can take the tasks and place them on specific days. So if I know my rough and electrical was happening on Monday, then I'm doing the drywall. Maybe there's an inspection somewhere in there, right? I can go ahead and easily place those on the specific days. Now, the other way, right, we talked about it in the beginning with adding tasks, would be to select this icon and then double click on the specific day, right? So if I wanted a drywall task or an electrical task, I can go ahead and say, you know, this is my task information, right? Add those details here, crew size, duration, save, and you can see that that's been added. So that's a nice, easy way to just go ahead and add my tasks. Task 2, we'll say 2 people, 2 days, and boom. So you can see adding tasks, there are 3 different ways, but you can see it is very easy and it all depends on your working style. We have a lot of people that do love this on deck area within the asset panel where you can go ahead, prep for your meetings, add all your tasks, maybe establish your milestones at the top, and then add your tasks on the board.